We today are going to try to achieve doing a realistic TBR. Realistically, I'm kind of a slow reader, or I just don't read as often as other people. So typically this year I've been ranging around 5 books a month, which again, some people will be like, wow, that is a lot, which it is a lot to read 5 books a month compared to an average reader. But compared to the book talk people, that's probably not that much. But that's okay. I enjoy my books. I have a fun time. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. I tried to pick a bit mystery, spooky, witchy, kind of fall just books. I don't want to read 2 horror books yet because I want to save that for October. But today I think I picked out a good book. I still have a few that I need to be reading, but I only have 3 physical books that I'm going to be talking about today. But other than that, they're ebooks or books that I would like to purchase. But let's get into it. Okay, the first book that I am currently reading is currently September 2nd, so I am behind on picking my books and reading them. But I'm currently reading Slash Beauties by A. Rushby, which I got a NetGalley ARC book from it, so I'm halfway through it. Basically, it's dual point of view. It's supposed to be like a gothic feminist body horror book. The cover is beautiful. That's what really drew me in. But then also just like a feminist horror book that's about these mannequins, like not mannequins, but like wax figures who come alive and murder men. Basically, the story is about present day, a woman who has been dealing with these creatures and trying to get them kind of like gone forever because they are doing some damage. It also follows back in the 1700s these wax figures and how they came to be who they are. So it is interesting. I'm almost 100 pages in. It's kind of dragging a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not too invested in it, but I think it's about to pick up after I get past this just beginning of info. So that's one that I'm gonna be reading. Hopefully I won't DNF it. That's what I'm really worried about, is I don't really want to DNF it, but if I read about 50 more pages and nothing's really happened, then... All right, the next book is a book that I attempted to read a few months ago. I just wasn't in the quite right headspace. I wouldn't say headspace, but I've had a lot of stressful things happen recently, so I've really just wanted a lot of books that didn't take a lot of reading comprehension in the nicest way possible. You can do that with any book, honestly. Any book, no matter what a book is. It could be romance, kid book. You can have media literacy to it. But I really just wanted to have none of that. I didn't want to have to think when I was reading my book. I didn't want to have to kind of figure out things. So I started reading The God of the Woods by Liz Moore back in July, maybe May. And I think I've read the first part of this book. It is like 500 pages. I think this is reading more of a literary fiction than it is like a horror mystery kind of thing. I know this is very character-based. There's so many characters and so many timelines in this that sometimes it can be a little hard to keep track of. But apparently what the book is about is it's set, I think, in 1975 at a summer camp where one of the campers goes missing in the Adirondack Mountains, I'm pretty sure. And the thing is that this camper is not just a normal camper. She is a daughter of the family who owns this camp, which, come to find out, one of their kids has gone missing before. So there's something going on with this family and this summer camp that, you know, we got to figure out. But it follows many people's point of view. So you really have to keep track with all that. But I have confidence that I can pick this back up and finish it this month. I'm trying to will myself. I believe I can do this. I only have 400 pages left because I've already read 100. So honestly, it shouldn't be that bad. And I've heard so many good things about this book. So I know I just need to get through it. I just need to finish it. That's my problem. I just power through. Next, can you guess from here? It is Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. I have read one book by T. Kingfisher, the What Moves the Dead book. I enjoyed it. She is a queen of only having such small amount of pages and able to do whole world building, storytelling, hitting all the points. It's amazing how she can do that. And so I'm excited to do this. I've heard many good things. This is, I think, one of her most famous, most read books that she has. So I'm excited to read this. I will say, I know she does a lot of like fairy tale folklore kind of stuff in her books, which cool, fine about that. Not big fairy tale person, but I enjoy it. When I was reading What Moves the Dead, was good until I found out that there was more books to the series, and I thought we could have just left this at where it was. But I'm a sucker for mushrooms and fungus and just like creepy things happening. I love that it was a retelling of The Fall of Usher. I love Edgar Allan Poe. So I'm really excited about this. I believe this book follows a princess trying to save her sister from like an evil tyrant like prince. And there's like an adventure, and it's kind of giving like D&D, but maybe a little bit spookier. But I'm really excited about this. I love a good small little quick read. One for me, Emily. I'll leave you a break. I have read Masters of Death in the first book of the Atlas 6 series, and they were fine. Nothing to write home about. Her writing style is very unique, as most people know. It's not for everyone, and that's okay. It doesn't bother me too much. There are some points where I'm like, what are we doing? What are we talking about here? We're yapping. And I feel like there's gonna be a lot of yapping in this. So we're gonna see if we get through this. I love the concept of this book though. The fact that there's two witch rivalry, like family covens going up against against each other. It's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet situation, set in New York, like the mob they kind of like mob family, like mob bosses, because they're controlling like the criminal underground. My problem is that especially in the Atlas 6, reading that, I was here for the characters. Some of them were really annoying, but some of them I was here for, and I was kind of confused on what was going on in this world. She does something with her magic systems and her world building in the magic sphere where she does not elaborate on the magic. So trying to understand why characters are doing some things or what is hard, because I don't know what's going on. So if there was magic in this, obviously there's magic because of witches, but if it does not get explained, you might be my last one. Sorry to say that, but I can't go through another book just so confused on world building and what's going on and like how things work, because nothing ever gets explained. So she's an if for this TBR. If I could put her on the bottom of the list for TBR, this would be her. Not saying it's gonna be a bad book, but I already have a lot to read, and I don't see myself getting through this with everything else. So we'll see. Next is If It Makes You Happy by Julia Olivia, which I've seen so much discourse of this book everywhere. I really just want, since I'm having such fantastical, kind of dark books, I wanted a nice little pick-me-up in case, the mind gets a little strained through all of this. It's a fall contemporary romance. I think it's set in the 70s, which I am a sucker for. I'm a sucker for anything set in the 70s. I will probably pick it up and read. I know people have been saying it's giving Gilmore Girls. It's about a female main character who's recently divorced, and she ends up taking over her mom's bed and breakfast thing in Vermont, which, don't we all just want to go to like a secluded town and just take over a bed and breakfast and just live out that life? Because I know I do. It's a dream of mine. Male lead, I think he owns the bakery and has like 2 kids, and it's small town romance. I'm here for the vibes. I'm here for the falling leaves. I'm here for just to have a good fall romance. Nothing too crazy. I'm not a big romance person, so I love the character build up and like the actual relationship more than the like smexy intimacy kind of things when it comes to romance books. I will say, I did get to read a arc of a fall romance called Falling Like Leaves by Misty Wilson. It's a YA, but oof, did that put me in the fall feels. I want to go on hay rides. I want to go pumpkin picking. I want to go to like a haunted house. That book, if you want a good fall, just cheesy, kind of gives, I think it's compared to like Gilmore Girls and like Ginny Hawn. Sure, there's some like drama, but honestly, it's a good read. There are some, don't take it too serious, because there are some plot points where it's kind of like, now why did that happen? But other than that, just a nice, silly, fun read. I read it in like a day, so it's a really quick read, and I would recommend Falling Like Leaves. All right, my last TBR September book is going to be Not Quite Dead by Holly Jackson. I have read The Good Girl's Guide to Murder, just the first book, and I've seen the TV show. The writing, it was interactive, so it was fine, it was okay, nothing crazy, but the concept of this book like really drew me in. It's about this female lead who apparently goes out on Halloween and gets attacked and is told she only has like 7 days left to live because of a brain aneurysm. And, you know, the right thing to do, instead of just being like, you know what, let me live my best life for the 7 days. No, she decides that she's gonna solve her own murder. So the book basically goes throughout this whole entire 7 days of her trying to figure out who the heck gave her this brain aneurysm, which, good for her. I've heard mixed reviews on this book, so I'm interested in this. I personally do not have this book, so if I cannot get it from my library, I'm probably not going to read it this month, because I'm currently on not a book buying ban, but if I really, really, really don't need the book, not going to get it. So if I cannot get this book in my hands, then therefore it is not going to be my TBR. So these are my physical TBR currently for September. I have Slash Beauties to finish. I have the Holly Jackson book and the Fall Contemporary Romance book, but we will see how far I get through, because that's 6 books and I don't think I'm gonna get through them. I'm gonna say maybe I'm only gonna get through 4, and that's on a good day. I gotta start reading like now. So yeah, please let me know, tell me what y'all are reading in September, give me recommendations, what's some good, like I want some good like spooky witchy vibes. Like I'm thinking about reading I think The Mist by Stephen King, so let me know anything for October. Tell me what your fall activities are too, because I just recently moved to a new place and I'd love to know what everyone does from the fall time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful fall day.